To the cloud. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Thursday morning 30 minutes of business training. And today, this day early in December, is it December 2nd? I mean, where did the November go? I don't know. Where did the rest of the year go? But we've been talking a lot about building momentum, and that's the subject of our training and discussion today. Building momentum in December, because if you end 2021 strong, you're going to start 2022 strong. We had a really juicy call yesterday with our directors and above. Every Wednesday we have a director and above call, and it was a juicy call. We had a lot of creative ideas, and as we did on Monday night, we had some of our field leaders, sharing tips for building in a holiday. And everyone agreed this is a good topic to keep going forward with. So I'm going to walk through a brief PowerPoint. Robin and I are going to just kind of share our hearts and insights with you. And at the end, we'll open it up for a little bit of Q&A and discussion. So here we go. Ready or not? Oh, that didn't work. Hold on a second. There we go. Now, why is it not working? Oh, because that was the last slide, not the first slide. Here's the first slide. Building momentum during the holidays. You don't need to be a techno wizard to be able to succeed in this business. So we talked about momentum on Monday night and also on the Wednesday director's call. I want to talk about the three phases of momentum. It's important. Number one, you have to build momentum. It's like push starting a car. You got to put extra effort to get it going. Or another good analogy is building a snowball. You got to push to get it going, but if you can get it to the edge of the hill, then the goal is to maintain the momentum as it starts rolling down the hill, and actually to build momentum or advance it as the further down the hill it goes, the bigger it gets. And momentum is kind of magic. If you can build it and maintain it, it kind of will advance on its own. And it's really fun when it starts advancing. I think all of us probably saw momentum building after the big special, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday special. We're really coming off a very exciting week in time, and let's keep that momentum going forward. So in December 2021, again, we want to end 2021 strong. And as a result, we're going to start 2022 strong. And one of the things that came up Monday night and Wednesday is, if you look at it, stores hire more people and do more business in December than any other time of year. And there's a lesson in there. There's a business secret in there. So but it's not only about the income. The nature of our business is so wonderful. It's about how many lives we can change. But I want to add another dimension based on something really exciting the company has done for us, and how many team members we can help rank advance. Okay. So I woke up, as we all woke up yesterday morning, to this beautiful email that came out from the company, excuse me, about extra bonuses, and how everybody except us that are already senior presidential, they didn't give us anywhere further to go or any bonus, but we're okay because we're making more than enough money. Okay. But for each and every one of you, everyone on this call, there is a next rank for you. You might be brand new and it's manager. Woohoo. And if you achieve manager and maintain it, you get $100. If you're already manager and you can get to director by 12/31, $500 cash bonus. And it gets more exciting as you move up the ranks, because senior director, you can earn $1,000, executive director, $2,500, presidential director, $5,000. And we may have a couple of people that cross the line at senior presidential. So this is very exciting bonuses. And what an incentive to go out and change a bunch of lives. Again, it's not only about the money. The money is important because we can change more lives with more money, because it gives us freedom of time, freedom of choice. But what a wonderful opportunity to help build our teams and get rewarded for doing it. So there are some qualifications for this. And Robin, you want to talk briefly about the rank bonuses and the fact that people have to, you not only have to get there, you have to stay there for a period of time.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, this is really exciting. And I know several leaders, excuse me, I'm gonna mute for a sec. 1 second. Thank you. So several leaders are already drilling down in their teams because we know we don't get where we want to go unless we help other people get where they want to go. So notice it says extra bonuses for achieving any of these ranks for the first time.
Mhm.
If you were previously one of those ranks and fell out of qualification, got back, that doesn't count. It has to be a brand new rank for you. And in order to acquire the entire bonus, like Gregory said, you need to maintain that qualification. And so the manager, director, and I believe senior director, and I'll have to take a look. You'll get paid after several weeks, but in order to get the entire bonus for the higher ranks, you have to maintain it over time because they're going to pay out over time.
Mhm.
So after several weeks, you'll get part of the bonus, several weeks more of the bonus, and several weeks more, the entire bonus.
And in the newsletter where this, for yesterday's newsletter, the next page, which I didn't add to this PowerPoint, explains that in detail. But, you know, the exciting news is look at all this extra money you get to earn. So I'm going to continue going forward on this because I got a couple other slides that Robin hasn't seen and she might start training them before we get them. So here's the big,
Oh, there you go.
here's the big question. Who to work with and what to do. Is that in anybody's mind? Okay. And that's really important. And I don't, that was a little interesting, wasn't it? You get to the only way you're going to get to your next rank is if you help others on your team get to theirs. So I really love this business model. The only way you get ahead is by helping others get ahead. So you want to look for team members on your team that are closest to the goal. And sometimes not everybody's watching their back office, you know, and Robin had the occasion with one of our key leaders who was very close to a real big goal and didn't realize it. When Robin called her and told her, she went, oh my gosh, you know, and she's going to be crossing the threshold of a really big goal here pretty soon, maybe any day. So you want to look for team members that are closest to the goal, but you know, everybody's close to the goal isn't necessarily really willing to work to get to the goal. So you want to work with team members that are committed to the goal. You work with the willing, you know, so if you see somebody's close to the goal and you could just see somebody that, you know, you can call your people and say, hey, look, I see you've made it to manager or you haven't got to manager yet. All you need to do is this, this, and that. And that's where you need to become good at looking at the back office. And I'm going to let Robin talk about that for a minute here. So maybe you should talk about that now. We're not rehearsed, okay?
Thank you, Gregory. I love this. It's really true because we have, you know, 30 days or 29 days, whatever, right now. And so we always, like Gregory said, want to work with the willing because not everybody wants to get there. So you want to first find out who wants to get there. And then this is the reason I recommend you always get the login for the people that you're working with. They may not just be personally sponsored, but the people you're working with, because you can go into their back office. You can't see this from your back office to see how close they are to the next rank and what is needed. You can see some of this from the back office. We don't want to go there right now.
No.
Okay. But you can click on their names from your personally sponsored list under organization, and that little thing on the left side that looks like a driver's license. If you don't have their login, you can get this information, although it's not totally current. And so that's why you want to get the login for people from your back office. I mean, for their back offices, so you can see what's current, because at the higher ranks, senior director and above, excuse me, you need to have volume requirements. And a lot of people don't even know how to find that information. So I'm going to give you a clue. A simple way, but not totally accurate, is to go to their back office, go to your back office and click on that little, under personally enrolled, that little driver's license, and you can see where they are rank wise. You can, it's got the rank advancement. But when you go in their back office, you go under commissions, under rank advancement, and you will get the current actual numbers. So for instance, if you need to get to 10,000 at senior director, it's going to show you in the group collective volume a number, but the most accurate number is under commissions and rank advancement in their back office. And you go there and you'll find out exactly what that group collective volume is to help them get there. So that's something important to learn. And I worked with many, many people yesterday, and we were drilling down in their organizations. And like, as someone from the upline, you don't always know who's excited, because when Gregory talked about momentum, sometimes it doesn't show up immediately when you look at numbers. But if you're working with someone, you know how hungry they are, you know how excited they are, you know how passionate they are. Those are the ones to work with and to help them get to the next role. So learning about the back office is really important. Yeah.
I see a little training sheet coming up. You know, the best way to check downline numbers for rank achievement, and maybe we could work on that and come up with something, and we can post it in the nitty gritty in what's new. And we can also post it on the Facebook group, because Robin just gave a lot of information, and I think we can put that in writing for you. But the key is you're looking for people that are committed to the goal that you can work with. And once you've identified people who say, yeah, I want to get to manager, or yeah, I want to get to director, I want to get past director, I want to get to senior director, whatever their next goal is, from wherever their highest lifetime rank already is, what's the next rank we want to get them to, then what should you do? And I think daily 3-ways with those people. If you're working directly with somebody, I mean, make yourself available, do 3-ways, because they got to get out and build the business. You're also, and those 3-ways could be with new prospects, and they may be 3-ways with people in their group that you're going to help motivate their existing downline to take the next step. Maybe you're going to help sift and sort through their existing group to help them find the team members that are willing and committed to go to the next level. And then I'd suggest a 15-minute weekly progress check-in with the key people in your group that says, yes, I'm in. Say, do you want to go for one of those rank achievement bonuses in December? And everybody that says yes, I'd suggest that you do a 15-minute weekly progress check-in, but that doesn't mean you're not doing daily 3-ways with them, with new prospects and with their existing team members. So you've heard us say over and over again, success is not magical, it's mathematical. Certainly not, and Robin and I both should have cleared our throats before we got on this call. Excuse me. Not everybody's ready for our products or business, but some, they're a true godsend. And the more people you talk to, the luckier you will be, the faster your business will grow. So together we can build momentum to end 2021 strong and start 2022 strong.
All right. And you know, it's this elusive term of momentum. It's a magical energy. And you can feel it, because if you've been there, you know what it feels like. You're on a roll. And in our culture, when we get on a roll, there's this mindset that says, oh, I wonder when it's going to end. And that's literally the wrong question to be asking. The question is, what's causing the momentum to happen, and to do more of that? And so we want to keep the momentum growing. And we talked about this yesterday. We have a personal momentum. You know, Gregory talked about reaching out to more people, you know, the mathematical part, because you never know who's going to be the right one or who's ready and excited. And then you have your team momentum. You have control of your own momentum. That's what you have control of. That's where we need to pay attention. And as a team leader, your personal momentum is going to feed the momentum of your team, and they'll be excited. And then you get this team momentum. Well, we're very blessed to be with a company that is in momentum. The company's at this nice growth curve. So we're feeding our personal and team momentum into the company momentum. And it doesn't get much better than that. It's just this energy that continues to feed itself. And we are blessed to be with a company at this unique time in history. Not only do we have a new product, but for those of you that were either at the event of Amplify or watched it, either way, you could feel what's going on. An interesting term called amplify. There's a clue there. And so the energy definitely shifted. And I was, as many of you know, just very emotional about the opportunity we have and to be affiliated with LifeWave at this unique time in history. And David, he pulled out the stops and pulled back the curtain and showed where we're going as a global company to not just help heal and transform our bodies, but to take care of our Mother Earth and the biggest challenges that are on the planet right now. So we're feeding into this amazing energy that already exists. So you can pick up some of the energy from the company to feed yourself, to work on yourself, to spill over to your team and get that elusive momentum.
So I'd like to invite any of our leaders that were on the director's call yesterday. If you'd like to share anything, raise your hand or just pipe in, and I'll promote you out so we can see you too. But I'd love any feedback from, we had this discussion about momentum yesterday, and if any of you would like to carry that forward. Otherwise, then I'll just open it up for general Q&A with everybody.
You want to just raise your hand or open your mic? Okay. Let's all jump in at once. Okay, well, then maybe we should ask, who in this team is actually going for a rank advancement bonus? And just know that we know what our job is. Our job is there to be there for you. And I love it when I get these calls. And yesterday I was back-to-back Zooms. Okay, we've got a hand up with Timothy and Helen. And working with teams and looking at back offices together and playing with numbers and looking for who those people are that, and then what we discovered by looking at people's back offices is we realized where to focus your energy in this period of time. And this is a really good exercise and a muscle to develop. Once you identify where to work with, stay focused on those people and how to help their people. And this is where you get to pay attention to that good old quadrant 2. Where are you putting your time? And is it leverage time? That's what we're looking for, is leverage time. So we have some hands up.
Yep. So Tim and Helen, if you guys wanted to share anything. Timothy.
Yeah. So utilize our tools, number one. So I don't know how many people looked at the training in our app, but it's very good. You just have to go to the menu on the top left and then click on the training and watch all those videos. That'll really help. The other one is the tool of vibrant living. And I know we've all heard this before, but in our discussion the other day on the director Zoom, we were talking about how important it is, because on Monday, we share all these testimonials and we'll go, hey, put this up in Vibrant Living. And yet that next step hasn't been taken by a lot of us yet. So I'm here to encourage us, because it gives us access to so many testimonials. It's fantastic. So when you invite your contacts to it, then they will see all these stories, and like, I don't have that story, or maybe no one in my team has it, but somebody else's team has it. That story goes up and they grow their hair. There was one today where this lady had just thin wispy hair, and now she's got thick beautiful hair. Well, how many people would like their hair to be thick and beautiful, and it was thin? So these are wonderful stories, and I say utilize Vibrant Living.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Helen.
Okay, and I see Carol Lee, you've got your hand up if you'd like to
Unmute.
Unmute. Let's see, I'm trying to pin you.
Yes. I have a goal to help Jennifer reach her goal, and anybody else on my team that once I get in touch with them. And my personal goal is to be a senior director by the end of the month.
Woohoo!
All right.
I'm excited about that one.
We support that. That's for sure.
And that's something I didn't mention. If you hit 2 ranks during this month, you get the bonus for both of them, not just the higher one, for both of them. And isn't that wonderful? Okay.
So Kay, you've got your hand up. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I
Good
actually
morning.
have a question.
Yeah.
I have the access to my first level people on the website because when I signed them up, I got that access. But I don't know how to go below their people to find out where the leaders are or where the people are to make them managers, if that's going to be the goal we're working on. Can you give us any help with that?
That's a great question, Kay. So in the beginning, I always, like I just mentioned, and you mentioned, you have access to the people that you personally sponsored. When you're working with those people, have them do the same thing. Remember, we're talking about duplication. So make sure that they have the login for their key people.
Mhm,
And it's not just personally sponsored, it's their key people. Because
mhm.
many times that key person is not directly sponsored, it may be several levels down. So this is where we want to really, really, go deeper in our organization, but we have to ask. So ask your leaders to get the login for their leaders, no matter where they are in their organization, and then share them with you. And then you'll have them all. I save them on my computer. I literally probably have hundreds of logins. I've only had one person who wasn't willing for personal reasons, and I appreciate and respect that, but everyone else feels comfortable because there's nothing I can do in their back office. I can't spend their money because I don't have their CVV. But it really makes a huge difference because many times it's like when I heard about this special, I went to my back office and I looked at several people that I know are going for rank to find out where they are. And that's exciting to me because sometimes as an upline, you're going to know more than they know about what's going on with them because they may not be watching the numbers. And that's one of our responsibilities as a leader. So ask. Okay, the bottom line is to ask. Okay.
Okay, Joyce, I see you've got your hand up. If you'd like to unmute yourself. Any comments or
good
questions?
morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, I'm going to rank advanced to director. And any coaching would be appreciated. I guess that I have 2 managers right now, but they're both on one leg. And so what
Okay.
I need to do is build a manager on my left leg.
Mhm.
Yes, and I look forward to working with you, Joyce. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'd say director and beyond, you got the mojo going. I can already see that. So that's very exciting. And so, the thing that you did is you just reached out. And that's what it takes is, go to your upline, whoever you think could be of best support to you. That's what we're all here for. That's our job. And that's what we get excited about doing. So we have, my schedule yesterday was back to back to back all day with Zooms and calls. And it was just so fun, the energy, and, different people need different things. And what happened in several of the calls yesterday, sometimes people don't know what's in the way. So, I asked on one of the calls, what do you personally see as your own restraining force? What's in the way? What can we kind of move out of the way so you can gracefully move forward? Sometimes, I did several belief assessments because sometimes people don't realize that, oh my gosh, my belief in myself, excuse me, is getting in the way, or my belief in the profession, or, something happened with the company and I need to rebuild my belief, whatever. That's what we're here to do. So that's one of my favorite tools to find out if someone feels like things aren't flowing, and I'll do a belief assessment. Then I know exactly where to work with people. So this is an exciting time to, and you've heard me say many times that, summarizing the comp plan, you become a manager and a manager maker and personally sponsor 3 people on each leg that are builders, not just silvers. As Connie says, silvers are not always builders. We need builders on each leg. So for you, Joyce, that's, the focus is getting some builders on that other leg. When you have builders that you sponsored on both legs, then you've got control of your business and your business is going to grow. And it doesn't matter what the numbers are, you need builders on both legs, because it's not just about looking at binary bonuses.
Right. Thank you. I look forward to working with you.
Yes, me
welcome.
too.
Okay, and I see Jennifer Starr, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Carol Lee. Thank you both, and everybody. It occurred to me as I got on this call, because I got excited when I saw that email.
Yay.
It occurred to me that what has worked for me in the past hasn't always been focusing on me getting my goal. And so really claiming it, imagining it, and then just completely letting it go. And this is the month that I love to connect with people, simply to connect with people, because it's a month of celebration. And I think for me, I want to build connection and trust within my group. I want people to feel that there's a sincere support behind them. So whether I actually get director, which would be awesome, I'd rather see people getting the manager, because it was such a surprise to me when it happened.
Oh,
And
no.
I remember thinking, how did that happen? And it was simply connecting with people and taking the time to talk that I hadn't done in a long time, having a full-time job. And a lot of my team has full-time jobs, so it's hard to find time. So I think this is the month of team building, trust building, love fests, and excitement around health and the product. And I think the rest will take care of itself,
Jennifer, I know you can relate to this. And one of the reasons I think Rob and I are so much in love with network marketing, this business model, because in its pure essence, it embodies the spirit of servant leadership. And the only way you get ahead is by helping other people get ahead. The only way you hit your goal is by helping other people hit their goals. And sometimes you hit your goal and you didn't even know you got there because you're helping so many other people get where they want to go. And so that's the core essence of, and the joy that we find in this business. I
Well,
believe.
that's why I'm here, because of you two and the way you are.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
That's
Well,
wonderful.
great. We're just
thank you.
about at the bottom of the hour. And so we have one more hand up. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you very much, Jennifer. That was wonderful. And I'm going to remove the pin. And Kathleen, go ahead. Your hand was up. If you'd like to speak, unmute. Kathleen Hoffmeister.
Okay,
There
I
you are.
just want to go on record. I am one of Joyce's directors. And
Woo-hoo!
I am going to commit to manager. I have sponsored 2 pretty enthusiastic people in the last month. And I think it's totally doable, and with some encouragement, and I'm ready. Thank you.
All right.
Yay. Well, thank you, Kathleen, and we're behind you 1,000%. So, we're right at the bottom of the hour. We want to keep our word and commitment. We're going to bring this call to a close. Any final comments, Robin, you'd like to share?
Well, I'm just looking at the chat to see if there's anything we need to mention here. No,
A lot of wonderful comments. But
Yeah,
Mm.
it's, you can feel it. It's palpable. And, talk about right place, right time, whether you're brand new or you've been around a while, this is the right place at the right time with the right company, and things just keep getting better and better and better. So we're thrilled to share this amazing journey with you, changing lives. And like I shared earlier, when Lori said, it's not about building to $1 billion. It's about building to touch 1 billion lives. And that's what's inspiring about what we have here, because every day we all get to wake up and hear miracle stories about life-changing activities from this beautiful technology. So any final comments? before
Yeah,
we
if
close?
anybody wants to, actually, we don't have time for final comments because we're
Okay.
past the hour and we got, things to do, people to see. But if everyone wants to unmute and say goodbye, this would be a good time to do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Happy rank making.
Thank you.
Great call. Great call.
Yeah, beautiful. Love you all.
Great call.
All right. See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.